Straight out of East Blue. It's a One Piece manga review from Cool Guy for You. Alright. Hello and welcome back to the greatness that is One Piece. I don't know, I think we might have forgot the to say the chapter and the name last time. So chapter 11 was Flee. Amusingly, chapter 12 is the dog. And this was an impressive bit of the anime, but you know, I don't know about other people, but to me, over here in America, the States, anime is, you know, often a good alternative to American media, Hollywood, and sometimes quite a great alternative. So I don't know about other people, but that's my take. I find it to be a really darn good alternative at times, and I don't want to get too political, but I really don't like Hollywood very much right now. I would rather, you know, invest a penny, a penny into the anime industry versus anything Hollywood does. Hollywood, you know, it just seems to be the case where, not that anime is perfect either, but it just seems to be the case to me where a lot of the time you could find cleaner content, you know, at the bottom of a dumpster in California or something, than what Hollywood dishes out. No offense to anyone who lives in California, it's just something I said. So anyhow, I don't want to hesitate too much on that, but anyhow, chapter 12, the dog. The greatness of One Piece continues. I really want to get to I really want to reach my favorite part of One Piece. It won't take forever, believe me. It won't take forever, but there's a certain arc that I absolutely treasure, and I intend to get to it. So, anyhow, we are introduced to Beast Trainer Moji, the buggy pirate crew vice captain. He's like a lion tamer guy. So, AKA more along the lines of like a circus type theme. Very, very good. I like it when there's heavy themes in media. So, I definitely like the heavy themes. We had just got done with Zoro versus Buggy, and Zoro just manhandling this dang iron cage with Luffy like it's nothing. And that is after he was skewered and losing blood left and right. Just a absolute beast. So, anyhow, Buggy talks up the crew in a rousing speech, you know, before like a commander before a battle ensues. You know, they give a rousing speech to boost morale and make them fearless for what's ahead. And Moji, he's riding a giant lion, and we'll learn his name in a moment, but Richie is the name. So very interesting. Zoro, now low on blood, not from a vampire attack, but from this being skewered and all that. So that has gotta hurt like heck. Good grief, I can't even fathom something like that. That would be absolutely horrible to get skewered. Let alone even a jab or a stab. That is just sick to think about. Let alone being skewered. Ow, ow, owie, 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 owie. Itai, itai, itayo. That kind of a thing. Good grief. Anyhow, a dog appears. And this was a stunning moment in the anime for me. It told you. I knew One Piece was long, and I love to joke about its length. But this episode for me with the anime really indicated to me that they ain't gonna rush. The writing is not gonna be rushed. I mean, this episode was about a dog. A dog got a backstory, for Pete's sake. There are anime in which certain secondary characters don't get a backstory. My personal favorite of Clannad, the purple-haired twins, they never got a backstory. What the heck? But a dog in One Piece gets a backstory? It's interesting. So anyhow, this dog appears, and he's idling. He's idling. And the dog is called Shushu. And kind of interesting as well, because if you run into a stray dog or something, shoo. Or shoo. So, aka a go away type thing. And this sucker is just idling, staying put. So, Luffy, the smartest cracker in the box, however you want to word it, he decides to poke the dog in the eye. So it responds in kind and bites his face. I don't know. It's very interesting. Thinking about One Piece unto a certain point, and then after a certain point, as I said, I want to get to a certain thing, and I'm very happy I made it to that point, because that totally won me over, and showed me all the potential that this series had. One arc. We'll get to it someday. Anyhow, so Nami shows up at this point. Both of them beat with the dog, and Nami did not loot Buggy's treasure. In case you ever wonder why I hesitate, it's because I'm going off my notes that I make for these reviews of the general happenings, and then I also try and go along with the visuals, so that might be why I hesitate. I'm trying to go along with both. So anyhow, yep, Nami shows up. She repays them for saving her, essentially. So now she has an escape. So she repays them with the cage key, the iron cage key that Luffy is within. And There's only one problem with that. The dog decides to eat the key. So, who knows how long they're going to have to wait to get the key again. And then it essentially turns into a Luffy versus the dog moment. Oh, there's some animal cruelty there. Oh no, the poor dog. And I like the kind of comedic aspects to One Piece, like the eyes bugging out moments. I don't know. I might have a little dislike of that at times, only because I didn't like whenever that was used with any Hollywood type stuff. I don't remember what that was used in. The only thing I can possibly try and guess would be The Mask, which was kind of creepy of a movie. I think that was Jim Carrey. I don't remember what year it was, but anyhow, back to the manga before we spend forever getting further or to the end. I don't think we'll ever get to the end, but I that's what I would bet. But anyhow, hopefully we do get to the end. But that would be bonkers. So it becomes Luffy versus the dog, and his owner essentially shows up. A man appears, calls the dog Shoo Shoo, which I probably said the Shoo Shoo part a little too early. Anyhow, whatever the case. This man is the harbor village chief. Boodle? Boodle. So, like Boodle, but Boodle. Okay? And a thing with the anime is all the secondary, temporary character type concepts and things like that are so hard to remember. I'm sorry, but it is so hard to remember when you're intaking all this different stuff. That's one thing that I'm not really great with. Maybe others are way better. But it's just a me type thing, getting overwhelmed. But anyhow. So, Zoro rests at this guy's home. Get out of here, pop up. Zoro rests at this man's home. And Zoro refused to see a doctor. Refused to see a doctor at the village shelter, away from the village, because the buggy pirates are having their invasion time right now. Due to safety, they're all away. So Zoro, an absolute tough as nails, manly man, just tough as nails. Zoro, my goodness, refusing to see a doctor when he got skewered. He got skewered. And not only that, he is of the perspective that his crazy injury of having been skewered by a dagger sword thing will simply be healed by sleeping. He got skewered. Good grief. Anyhow, so he sleeps it off, just sleeps off a bonkers injury. Absolutely impressive. So the dog guards a pet food store, and the man gives the dog some food. So here we get the dog backstory. The owner of the store was a friend of Boodle, which is the guy, not the dog. The dog is Shoo Shoo. So Boodle and Shoo Shoo. 10 years ago, opened the store with the dog to guard it, even from pirates. The owner died off 3 months ago in a hospital. Ordered the dog to watch the store and the dog awaits the return of the owner, which never occurs. Boodle suspects the dog knows about the death of the owner, but guards its treasure. This is the thing I love with One Piece. This is something I love with One Piece. They keep emphasizing here and there people's treasure, someone's treasure. Something someone either highly values or values the most in their life. Very, very interesting. I like that kind of a concept. And I like how that's emphasized here and there, and people have different ones within the anime. But anyhow, the dog's treasure is the store of the owner, and so he still protects it. So then we arrived to the point after some chatting and the Boodle smoking a pipe of sorts, which probably isn't good for his health. Beast trainer Moji approaches. Couldn't hear Richie. So there's the roar. It spooks off most, except Luffy and the dog. And oh boy. So Boodle, Nami flee, the dog Luffy stay. This lion, Richie, just, I like this shot. I like this shot a lot. Just absolutely towering over Luffy inside the cage. Towering over him. And with Moji, that is really his hair, not a fur cap, which is kind of funny. So Luffy's always got to troll the visual appearance of his foes. So apparently all animals are obedient to Moji, the beast tamer of sorts. And what happens? Shushu bites him. Moji demands all the info on Zoro's location from Luffy. Luffy ain't gonna give in, so the lion, Richie, destroys that steel cage like it was made of twigs. And with the cage destroyed, Luffy manages to escape. But in doing so, getting his freedom with the destruction of the cage, he takes one heck of a swipe by the big cat. So he gets sideswiped, essentially flung into a house. Into a house, and not the easy way. And then the lion turns attention to the dog now that Luffy's out of the picture. So is the dog about to be eaten? That's the question we have here. And then it turns out that Luffy survived being made of rubber. He must have went all the way through to the other side. And he plots to deal with the baddies. And then recruit Nami somehow. So that ends chapter 12, the dog. So anyhow, we probably only have a few more to go. It's not like there's a lot to the manga or anything. No, we got a lot of greatness to go. we got a lot of greatness to go yet. And these are fun to do, apart from reactions. So nice as a little break thing, even though I wanted to take a full break in December, but sometimes you just can't resist the greatness that is One Piece. We save the hat for the reactions. It's just a fun thing to tease, have it right there. Closest thing I had to Luffy's hat. So, but yeah, anyhow, yeah, I'm just totally of the perspective that the anime industry is superior to Hollywood, and I would invest any bit into anime versus Hollywood. I have a dislike for Hollywood right now, and then on top of the content that they dish out, with all that, the aspects there, we have, you know, the celebrities running their mouths, and I disagree with them on a lot, so I don't really want to support Hollywood, quite simply. So instead, we're going to support the anime industry. One Piece in particular has a lot more heart, and I really like that. I really like to see that. I really appreciate when One Piece shows off a lot of heart. We'll get there. We will get there again and again. So anyhow, thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for Chapter 13. These are going a little slower than I had hoped, and I had hoped to cut them down in size, but there's got to be some that we can do a little faster. So anyhow, thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for more. I will see you up ahead. These are without the OP and ED and the recap. This video is longer than the episodes. That's definitely not what we intend. But anyhow, who knows? People might like them. Hopefully, we get a lot of One Piece fans. January 1st with Bundle 2 of One Piece. My reactions linked. So, anyhow, I think it's very possible to get 1,000 fans. There's almost 1,000 episodes soon enough. But anyhow, I will see you up ahead. Thanks for watching. As always, take her cool.